Hello everyone, my name is Simpson. I'm the Landlord Broadband CEO. I'm going to talk to you about the fourth essential utility. I will cover the importance of internet access in the housing market, the difference between broadband and Wi-Fi, common problems, types of solutions, and our customer journey. I don't think I need to emphasize the point too much that internet access is everywhere. It's an expectation and it's something that we are used to function in our daily lives. We've got hotels with internet access, coffee shops, fast food restaurants. We've even got Wi-Fi buses. The average number of devices in the UK is 3.64, covering phones, iPads, laptops, gaming devices, smart TVs, and many other devices in the home. So what do tenants use the internet for? Again, it's one of the key things that they use to function in their daily lives, and we believe it's the fourth essential utility. We use Zoom and streaming software to access meetings and seminars, and Netflix and various other TV, music and movie applications. They will use the internet for banking, social media, developing their careers, shopping and doing their work, whether it's a professional or student. How's the importance of the internet evolved in the housing market? Well, firstly, digital inclusion is a real important issue. There's a large proportion of the UK digitally excluded. This was quite evident during the pandemic. The education system, and whether certain students in certain areas had the right tools and to be able to do their work to keep up with their studies. And there's three key strands for digital inclusion. There's digital literacy, and that's about understanding how to operate the internet and having the right skills to make it work and do the things that we need it to do. Having the right devices to be able to do it, so whether that's laptops or iPads or whatever devices that we need to access the internet, and internet access, and so actually having an internet connection to enable you to use the internet. Increasingly, the property market, whether it's the private rental sector or service accommodation, is getting more and more competitive, and landlords and property organisations need to continuously think of ways to make their accommodation more attractive than the next. Bills inclusive has been an increasing trend, particularly in the student and professional lets market, where bills are included as part of the service offering to avoid the need for administration between the tenants and transfer of money themselves. And TripAdvisor has really driven a consumer-based approach to reviews for the service accommodation and hospitality market. For Wi-Fi, in particular, does step up significantly in negative reviews. Smart property management is quite a new thing, in that there's certain Internet of Things devices you can get into a property or building that allow you to manage it remotely, providing a better service and driving operational efficiencies. Heating management is probably the most prominent one at this moment in time, and you need good internet access to the devices for them to operate because you want them to remotely. So we all want instant internet access. We just want to enter a password and get online. The broadband and Wi-Fi, are they the same thing or are they different? Well, essentially, broadband is the connectivity going into the building, the pipe if you like, and in the past, devices if you wanted to connect direct to this through an Ethernet cable. But as devices have evolved, they've been more flexible and now prominently connect wirelessly to the internet. So there's two key challenges: the broadband connectivity, and then how that internet access is then projected throughout the home or building. The first key challenge is the data capacity and bandwidth, and this is very much about the connectivity. Have you got enough data capacity continuously at the right times of the day to handle the number of users and devices, particularly multiple occupancy buildings? And we design bespoke solutions to make sure that each property and building can handle the number of users at all times. Secondly, even if you've got good broadband connectivity, you can still have poor speeds and connectivity issues because of wireless congestion and interference, because of the wireless devices that you have placed within the property. The router or any additional equipment you've put in place might be inadequate to handle the demands of the tenants and guests that you've got. We design bespoke solutions to make sure that the wireless equipment is adequate to handle the number of users and there's no interference and congestion within the property or building. Dead zones are quite a common problem, and this is where you've just got the basic amount of equipment in a property. Again, you can have a great broadband connection, but poor internet access. And this shows you the difference with the heat maps between before and after, if you like. One without the right equipment and one without the right equipment. And is it right that tenants and guests pay the same amount of money but have different levels of internet access and reliability in different parts of the building? Quite often, if you operate in a high-speed service, you can report as an intermediary between the tenants and guests and the internet service provider, often having to sort out complex issues, particularly if there's a loss of connectivity or any other issues that we've identified. We provide 24/7, 365 tenant support desk, so tenants contact us direct if they have any issues, and they're resolved directly with our technical support team. For any faults, these can be quite frustrating to sort out and quite difficult to identify what the root cause is, and obviously drive frustration with tenants and guests. We've got a nationwide network of engineers who are on hand to resolve any issues as quickly as possible, so we can keep you online and provide the service as reliable as possible. Quite often, when you've got multiple properties or buildings in a portfolio, you'll be faced with different payments, direct debits, different invoices and different payment dates, which can be quite frustrating. And we provide a one bill for your portfolio, an account managed service, and we take on businesses as well as properties in people's personal names. It's important to make sure you're protected against tenant misuse, because you don't want to be held liable for any use of the internet that's inappropriate. So we provide a document, tenant internet policy that can be added to tenancy agreement or signed separately to make sure you're covered. Ultimately, Landlord Broadband, we're there to support you in providing Wi-Fi friendly accommodation with bespoke solutions and a managed internet service. Types of solutions we provide are connectivity, where it's fiber optic or 4G. We undertake professional Wi-Fi installations, and we've got a Landlord broadband light range for smaller properties, apartments and small HMOs. These are the types of installations that go into some of our professional Wi-Fi installations. So it varies on the scale of the property. As you can see, there's a cabinet, a bigger building in the background, and access points on the ceiling, following a refurbishment of the property. Provide no dead zone guarantee for the work we do with professional Wi-Fi installations. It covers you for the duration of the contract with us, and to make sure that if there are any wireless issues in a property or building, then they're covered under our warranty, and one of our engineers will come around to sort any problems out. What to expect with the customer journey at Landlord Broadband? So initially, you just need to request a free assessment. So we'll assess properties for free, and we'll recommend a solution. So we'll do a solution design, using heat maps and various other applications. Occasionally, we'll need to do a site assessment with cable runs and various other technical aspects of the installation. And ultimately, we may contact you to clarify your broadband and prop tech needs. And our technicians will complete the installation process. And your property will be accredited with Wi-Fi friendly accommodation. We'll provide a no dead zone guarantee certificate. And once it's installed, no longer have to worry because everything's managed through our tenant support desk. And we've got one single portfolio bill for easy cost management. Ultimately, it's a fully managed service. So you can sit back and relax.